Game 7 is here. If you missed part 1 of the NLCS, go back and check that out. It's been a thrilling 6-game series so far, but here we are all tied up. Game 7. Here we come. David Peterson versus Michael Lorenzen in Citi Field. At least we'll be home, but it's going to be a nerve-wracking Game 7, of course. If you missed the first part of the NLCS, definitely go check that out. Super long video, action-packed of action. 6 games worth of highlights in there. We lost 6-1 in Game 1, came back and won Game 2, lost Game 3, won Game 4 and 5 in San Diego, but got one hit in Game 6 at home. Shane Bieber threw a complete game, one hitter against us. We came out completely flat. You can't even say we came out flat. I mean, we had the black jerseys on and everything, ready to clinch a World Series appearance. But Shane Bieber just had his A-plus stuff and absolutely just shut us down. So anyway, in this episode, we're going to go every single at-bat result, at least, will be shown in this episode. So we're starting off with a strikeout of Alberto Mondesi. Next batter is Luis Garcia. He's going to draw a walk. So first inning, Padres got 1 on, 1 out for Fernando Tatis, their hottest hitter, but he strikes out swinging on a nice changeup. Second strikeout of the inning for David Peterson. Next up, Rhys Hoskins with 2 outs. And he's going to ground to third. Brett Baty's not going to be able to make that play. Gets a little screwed over by the animation. Very slow there. Not what you would expect from a gold badge fielding in this game, but it is what it is. Anyway, Manny Machado next up, but he strikes out swinging as well. So David Peterson strikes out the side, just not in order. In the first is Jonathan India leading off. Bloops one in the center. Diving is the center fielder. He can't make the play. Goes past him, and Jonathan India gets the second on a leadoff double. So leadoff double, let's see if we can finally capitalize and score first here in this crucial Game 7. It's Brandon Nimmo who's been coming through all postseason for us. That's ripped up the middle for a base hit. Was hit so hard, though, that Jonathan India will stop at third. First and third, nobody out for Pete Alonso. And can he come through? He's been hitting better this series. And this is going to be another double play from the Mets. Just double play after double play in this NLCS. At least the run's going to score, but it's not going to be an RBI for Pete Alonso. Kyle Tucker's going to hit one deep into right center field. Zavala's going back. He's at the track. He's at the wall, but he makes the catch right in front of the wall. And the first inning ends. We do have a 1-0 lead. In the second, Luis Campuzano, he strikes out looking. High changeup froze him there. The 4th strikeout already from David Peterson. Next up, Nolan Arenado. He goes down swinging. He checked his swing. No, he did not. He went around. He goes down swinging. Another strikeout for David Peterson. Edward Olivares next up with 2 outs, and he's going to ground one just over the first base bag, and it goes all the way to the wall. He rounds first and goes for second. It's going to be a 2-out double for Edward Olivares. He's been getting some hits in this series for sure. He's been a pesky hitter. Samuel Zavala, the 9th batter, hitting .357 in the postseason. He rips one to left field. Nimmo's on the run, and he will track that down and make the play. So Peterson's out of the second. Still 1-0. Bottom half, it's Brett Baty. Bloops one in the center. Is this going to dunk in? It is not. Nice shoestring grab by Sevi Zavala out there in center. And that's 1 away. Francisco Lindor, he'll ground to short. Mondesi makes the play. And that's 2 outs for Luis Robert. And he will pop up to first. Rhys Hoskins will take care of that with ease. And after 2, it's 1-0 Mets still. So Peterson still on the mound here in the third, of course. Already 51 pitches, but another strikeout of Mondesi for the first out. It's a 6th strikeout already here in the third. Luis Garcia next up, 1-1 count. That one's in the right field. Can of corn for Kyle Tucker. And 2 quick outs to start the third. It is, of course, Fernando Tatis Jr., who's been hard to get out this series. And smartly, David Peterson's not going to give him a good pitch to hit. He walks him slider inside. He'd rather face Rhys Hoskins. Why not? Tatis on the move at a 3-2 count, but Hoskins can't hold up. It's another strikeout for David Peterson. Peterson's got that strikeout stuff working today. Michael Lorenzen strikes out Soler. That's his first strikeout of the game. Francisco Alvarez, he's been struggling this postseason. He had a big 3-run home run a couple games ago, and he gets a hit right there. So 1-out single. He's down all the way down to the 9th spot. He's been struggling so bad. Anyway, 1-out single. Jonathan India lines one to second, but right at the second baseman, Luis Garcia. For the second out, Brandon Nimmo up next, and he's going to fly to straightaway center field. Zavala's goes back. He sorts a track. He's at the wall, but he makes the catch in front of the wall. Ball's carrying out there a little bit. That ball didn't look like it was hit well, but it made it all the way to the track. So 1-0 after 3. Manny Machado in the fourth, he lines a leadoff base hit in right field. So David Peterson has the leadoff guy on for the first time today, but he'll get Luis Campuzano strikeout looking, sinker on the inside corner. That was beautiful. Nolan Arenado strikeout swinging. My goodness, the strikeouts are just at a high here for David Peterson. It's 9 already in the fourth, and he's going to get number 10 right here on a beautiful slider. 10 Ks through 4 innings for David Peterson. Wow, what a performance. And remember, he's in his walk year. You might have to sign him back after this strong postseason performance if we end up winning this game. Pete Alonso grounds it up the middle, but the shift had him played perfectly. It's Kyle Tucker ripping one into right field. Tatis going back. He's at the track. He's running out of room. It's a solo home run for Kyle Tucker, and the Mets have a 2-0 lead. Here in the bottom of the fourth, a line drive home run for Tucker, his second of the series. He's been off to a slow start this postseason as well, but he's finally got a couple home runs in these last couple games. In Game 5, he had a big home run, and now here in Game 7, he hits a huge solo shot to give the Mets 2-0 lead. Brett Baty up next. He chops one up the middle, but this is going to be a nice play by Mondesi, and that's the second out of the fourth. Francisco Lindor, he gets up with 2 outs. He rips a base hit to right field. So a little 2-out single. Hopefully we can get something from this. It's Luis Robert, who's having himself a pretty decent postseason. He's getting on base a lot. He draws another walk. He's walked a lot so far. First and second 2-out for Soler has been better lately. Grounds one up the middle slowly. Nice play by Mondesi off his back foot from the outfield grass and throws him out. Beautiful play from Mondesi. In the top half of the fifth, now is David Peterson. The strikeouts keep coming. Number 11 for him. My goodness, he's just on a roll. Mondesi is already striking out twice this game. He strikes out for a third time on a beautiful changeup. Number 12 from David Peterson. What's gotten into him? Not usually a strikeout guy, but he's just mowing him down. And that's Luis Garcia's going to line to right. Kyle Tucker runs over and makes the play. So David Peterson's through 5 innings, only 3 hits, and he's got 12 strikeouts already. My goodness, what a performance. What a clutch performance here in Game 7. But we know 2's probably not going to be enough. We need to get something going. Alvarez strikes out to lead off the fifth. Jonathan India rips one in the gap. That one's headed towards the wall, and it will go all the way to the wall. It's the second double of the game for Jonathan India. So we got him runner on scoring position with 1 out here in the bottom of the fifth for Brandon Nimmo. 3-2 count, and he's going to line one to center, but right there, Sevi Zavala. Runner will stay right there at second. So it's 2 out, man on second for Pete Alonso. 104th pitch of the night from Lorenzen, and Alonso's going to just fly this one out to pretty deep center field, but Zavala will make the play in front of the warning track, and Lorenzen is through 5. After 5 is still up 2-0. Fernando Tatis leads off the sixth, and he's going to punch one. Just somehow stayed fair over the first base bag. It looked like that was foul, but I guess not. It's going to be a leadoff double, and going to third is Tatis, and he's going to be in there. It's a leadoff triple, for Fernando Tatis. So leadoff triple, just like that. Padres are in business. Rhys Hoskins, though, strikes out swinging. How are you that early on a fastball? I'm not sure. I don't know what that hand gesture was, but it's a 13th K for David Peterson. Machado would be up next. He would chop one to first. Alonso makes a play, throws over to Peterson, covering the bag. That's an out, but a run score, so the lead is cut in half, 2-1 now. And the last batter of the night is Luis Campuzano. So that would be it for David Peterson as his last batter of the night, I meant, obviously. 6 innings, 13 Ks, only 1 run. Brilliant stuff from David Peterson. Padres go to lefty Adrian Morejon. He hasn't given up an earned run all season, all postseason. So he's been a solid arm out of the pen for them. Kyle Tucker leads off the sixth, grounding third. Brett Baty's up next. 3-2 count to him. He's going to draw a walk. A good take on an outside slider. 3-2 count again. Francisco Lindor this time hits one deep in the center field gap. Zavala's going over towards the warning track, and he's going to run this one down for the second out. Zavala's been everywhere in this game, and this whole series, too. He's been tracking a lot of stuff down. He missed that dive on Jonathan India to start the game, but other than that, he's been there. Luis Robert hits one deep to dead center field. Is he going to get there again? Zavala is not going to get that one. He runs out of room. Dead center, 2-run home run for Luis Robert. His third of the postseason. Another one to dead center field for him. And it's now 4-1 Mets. And we are up 3 here in this crucial Game 7. Late in the 6th inning. We're 9 outs away from going to the World Series. We need to make these 9 outs count, hopefully get a few more runs. Soler would be up next. He would draw a walk. Good job taking that changeup in the dirt. Francisco Alvarez up next. The 1-1 is chopped to third, and that's how the 6th inning will end. But a huge 6th inning, a huge 2-run shot from Luis Robert. Very clutch, and we're up 4-1. Dylan Coleman on for the 7th inning after Peterson's night was finished after 6. He's been brilliant in the regular season and in this postseason. Nolan Arenado leads off, hits one in left field. Brandon Nimmo is there, and that's 1 away. 8 outs away now. Next up, Edward Olivares. He goes down swinging on a nice slider. 2 outs here in the 7th for Sammy Zavala. He's been having a great defensive game. He chops one to short. Lindor fields, fires, and the throw is not in time. Wow, Pete Alonso walked off. Thought that was an out, but no, he was indeed safe. And that leads Mondesi up. That's a base hit past the diving Lindor. Now it's 1st and 2nd, 2 out. We should have been out of this inning, but nope, now it's 1st and 2nd. We're going to bring Andres Munoz in for a 4-out hold. We've seen enough because we have some scary hitters coming up, 2, 3, and 4. Tatis is not far behind, so we want a 4-out hold from Andres Munoz. This is what we traded for him. This is why we traded for him. Luis Garcia chops one up the middle second. Jonathan India is going to flip to second, and he'll get the out. So Munoz gets out of trouble, and it's 4-1. Headed to the bottom of the 7th inning. 6 outs away, baby, from the World Series. They're going to bring in Paul Sewald. He's been in a lot this series. He's been up and down, just depending on the day. So we'll see what Paul Sewald we get today. Jonathan India will lead off the 7th with the ground out to short. That's 1 away. Next up, Brandon Nimmo, of course, 1-1. That one's chopped to second. So far, an easy inning for Sewald. 2 up, 2 down. For Pete Alonso, the next batter, and he rips one into left field. That's a base hit. Hit in the gap, but it was hit so hard, and Pete Alonso obviously not fast. So that's a base hit. Just a single. Kyle Tucker, 2 out, 1 on, and he's just going to pop to third. 7th inning's over, but we're going to the 8th. Up by 3, like we said, 6 outs away from a World Series. The scary Fernando Tatis, who we've had trouble getting out this series, rips one to left center field. Luis Roberts going back. He's getting there. He dives, but he can't make the play, and it goes off the wall. It's going to be a leadoff double for Tatis. He has just been so annoying to pitch to. He hits everything. Rhys Hoskins, next batter. 1-2 count. He strikes out swinging on a nice slider. So Tatis still on second for now. 1 away for Manny Machado. He's been pretty good this series as well. But he goes down swinging. Mistake maybe in location, but 101 on that fastball. That's strike 3. Campazano would be the next batter, and he goes down swinging as well. Munoz strikes out the side after giving up a leadoff double, and we are 3 outs away from a World Series berth. Let's see if we can get any insurance in the bottom half of the 8th. Brett Beatty flies out to center field, so that's 1 out right there. And this is Jorge Alcala in for the San Diego Padres, by the way. Next batter, Francisco Lindor. He lines one into deep center field. Zavala's headed towards the gap. Is he going to make that play? He is. He runs it down right in front of the wall. Brilliant play from Zavala. He really has been everywhere this game. He's played a great defense. Luis Robert, with 2 outs, chops one to short, and Mondesi throws to first, and he will make the play. So we are 3 outs away from going to the World Series. Here we go. You know, obviously, we're bringing Edwin Diaz on. He's 4 for 4 with save ops in this postseason. Hasn't given up a run yet. 8 Ks, 2 walks, and he's given up, I think, 1 hit all postseason in the 4 games. So up first, Nolan Arenado, 2-2 count, line drive. It's a leadoff base hit. Umpire did not do a good job of getting out of the way there, but whatever. Pretty slow reaction. It's a leadoff base hit for San Diego. It's never easy, man, with Edwin Diaz, but we got to settle in. High slider, but Edward Olivares was not ready for it. 1 out. We're 2 outs away. Can we get like a double play or something? Sammy Zavala, 1-2 count. He strikes out swinging high fastball. 1 out away from going to the World Series. It's Alberto Mondesi, 1-2 count. Fly ball into center field. Luis Robert is there. He's going to make the play, and the New York Mets are your National League champions, and we are going to the World Series. Wow, just unbelievable scenes as we have won the NLCS in 7 games. Unbelievable series. And look who we will take on in the World Series. The Los Angeles Angels we will take on. We know they don't have Shohei. They actually beat Shohei's team in the Texas Rangers. They then beat Dylan Cease's Cleveland Guardians in 6 to get to the World Series. Next episode, Mets Angels World Series. If you guys enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. We will have the World Series in a couple days' time. It's going to take me a couple days to get the recording, get it all edited and all that. So I hope you guys understand it might take a couple days to get that up, but I hope you're looking forward to it. The New York Mets, are we destined to win it this season? Let me know what you guys thought of Game 7 in the comments below. Thanks so much.